Hello everyone and welcome again to Checkpoint. Thank you for all you do for us at Checkpoint. Thank you for the videos that you like, the way you share them, the way you comment on them. All of this help the message that we speak here to go further. And for that, we are truly grateful. It's your host again, Pastor Mrs. Ifeoma Eze. And today I'll be bringing you a very, very important and life-changing topic today. Stay tuned. Alright, so today on Checkpoint, I'll be giving you a very, very important topic that says how to overcome self-limiting beliefs. How to overcome self-limiting beliefs. Have you ever at any time looked at yourself and assumed you can't do a thing? Have you at any time assumed that you're not good enough to do a particular thing, or you don't feel worthy enough, or you feel, I'm too old to do this, I don't think it's still possible for someone like me to do this, I don't deserve it? Have you ever seen yourself do anything like that? It is a function of your belief system. The belief system we have guides who we are. It eventually becomes the part from which you express your personality. What are beliefs? Beliefs are simply the thoughts in our heads that influence our behavior, our attitude, and our actions. These beliefs govern the way we act. These beliefs govern the way we think. These beliefs govern the way we do the things that we do. It even governs the values that we have in life. It governs the way we relate with others. It governs how we are able to focus on our goals, on our visions, on our dream, and the things that are truly, truly important to us. So it's important that you work on your belief system. You are your belief system. Alright, so our belief system determines what we do, how we act, how we relate to people, and every single thing that we eventually become in life. It determines how we focus on our dreams. It determines how we're able to pursue the goals and the desires in our heart. So it's important that you understand why you have to overcome these self-limiting beliefs. These beliefs affect our lives and they manifest themselves in two different ways. They either manifest themselves as empowering beliefs or they manifest themselves as self-limiting beliefs. Every belief you have, everything that is in your head, that is in your thoughts, that determines your action and the way you relate, each and every one of those beliefs eventually manifest themselves in two ways. They either manifest themselves as empowering beliefs or they manifest themselves as self-limiting beliefs. Now, the empowering beliefs are beliefs that enable you to live a great and very, very impactful life. These are beliefs that help you to achieve the best and become the best that you can be as a person. And then there is this other belief that's called the self-limiting belief. This belief stops you from achieving your dreams, achieving your purpose and a vision in life, and they cause you to live a life of sadness and regret. The truth of the matter is this: we can decide to empower any of them. So you see people, there are different people who empower, who feed their empowering self, and there are others who feed their self-limiting belief system. So it's important that you know which of these do I feed. And listen to me, you feed them continuously. You feed them directly or indirectly. You feed them intentionally and unintentionally. How do you feed them? By the things you watch, by the people you hang around with, by the things you say to yourself. You consistently feed these two belief systems. But the issue is this: the one you feed the most is the one that eventually manifests itself in your life. So when you keep feeding the self-limiting belief systems and keep telling yourself all the things you can't do, all the things you are not good at, all the things you are not equipped to do, all the things you are incapable of doing, you will end up living a self-limiting kind of life. But if you keep feeding yourself with the I can do spirit, with the I am enough spirit, with I am beautiful spirit, whatever it is, if you keep feeding your empowering self, you become truly, truly empowered. So it's important that we know that our belief systems guide our lives. Proverbs 3 verse 7 says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. As you think, so are you. If you think self-limiting, you become self-limiting. If you think empowering, you become empowering. So it's all in your hands to decide how well you think about your life, or who you eventually become by the things that you think. I understand that each and every one of us at one time or the other, we see ourselves experiencing this our self-limiting side, because in life we've gone through hardships, we've gone through pain, we've gone through pressure, we've gone through rejection. And when we go through each and every one of these kind of experiences, we begin to doubt ourselves. I like to tell you that sometimes the things you blame on yourself, sometimes the experiences and the things you say, oh, this is about me, maybe I'm not good enough, maybe I'm not desired, maybe people don't like me. It may not really necessarily be about you. It may be about the people who are rejecting you. Maybe they are too blind, they cannot see the potential you carry. Maybe they are too ignorant that they cannot know that you have a beautiful future tomorrow. So it's important that you feed your empowering self, and you deny food from your self-limiting belief system, because the one you feed the most is the one that will manifest itself drastically in your life. This self-limiting belief system is a product of our mind, is a product of how we think, is a product of the negativity in our hearts. It could be a product of experiences, the things that we have passed through in life, and all of these things begin to form a big structure in our hearts called a self-limiting belief system. So you have to stand up to the point where you tell yourself, I am good enough. I am the best. I am good and I'm getting better every day. I am capable. I can achieve anything I want to achieve. I can achieve my dreams. I can achieve my vision. I have all that it takes to become the chosen one. I am beautiful. I am handsome. I am incredible. Alright? I have all that is necessary to ascend my next level. You have to come to that point where you keep talking to yourself, where you keep encouraging yourself and telling yourself, I can do it. That is how you encourage, that's how you build up your empowering self. Can I also tell you that this self-limiting belief system, they are just like rocks. When you pack up rocks and put in your backpack and then you're about to hike, do you see how difficult hiking will be? It will be extremely difficult, and at times impossible, because you are trying to climb a rock or climb a particular mountain with a lot of load. Self-limiting belief systems are a load in your journey to destiny. They're a load in your journey to limelight. You cannot afford to live a life that limits yourself on a consistent basis. Let me be real. Each and every one of us have this tiny little voice in our head that tells us we are not good enough. Tiny little voice that tells us that we are not capable. Tiny little voice that tells us that we cannot do what we want to do. The other day I was in the studio and I was feeling so low, and I was asking myself, am I sure I'm able to still do this? This is my 9th music album, and I'm asking myself, can I still do this? Can I still sing? So it happens to everyone. Alright, it happens to everyone, and most times it's a product of your belief system or experiences you've had in the past. I've had somebody tell me that I should stop singing, that my voice is not good at all. And somehow, even if you brush it up, somehow, in your subconscious, because that word has spoken to you, it eventually begins to seep itself out at the moments when you don't like them. So each and every one of us have this tiny little voice that keeps telling us in our hearts, in our minds, that we're not good enough, that we're not capable, that we're not great enough to do what we want to do. But I sat down this past week and I asked myself this question. My songs are currently 100 songs, and I'm asking myself, if I wasn't good enough, why is God consistently giving me songs to make? And there are people who are very talented, gifted, anointed, very wonderful singers, but they don't make music as easily as I make them. So there must be a reason why God trusted me with these gifts, why God trusted me with this ability, and I make it easy. I write music like somebody eats cornflakes and milk. Like, that's easy. It does not give me stress. I don't stress for it. Sometimes I receive these songs while I'm sleeping. Sometimes I receive this song in my dream, my revelation. Sometimes I wake up with a song in my mouth, and then I put it down quickly so that I don't get to forget them. And it's that easy, like just the way you snap your fingers. I do it effortlessly. So if this is something that God has given to me as a gift, I shouldn't look down on it. The self-limiting beliefs will do everything in its power to bring you down, to make you think you are not capable of doing what God has placed in your heart. There may be a vision that you have today, and that you have looked at this vision. How will I ever get to this point? It looks big, it looks too large. Can I tell you that there is no vision that comes from God? There is no vision that comes from God for you that will not be bigger than you. Every vision from God must be larger than life itself. It must be larger than you, larger than your contacts, larger than your connections. That is proof that God sent you to do that thing. That is proof that God is behind that vision, because every vision from God will need God to fulfill it. If it does not need God, then it's not large enough, then it's not from God. If that vision is from God, if that dream is from God, that dream will need God Himself to be able to fulfill it. That is why you have to stop being afraid. You have to stop limiting yourself. You have to stop looking down on yourself. You are beautifully and wonderfully made. You are made in the image of God Himself. God said He has engraven your name on the palms of His hand. Whenever He looks at His hand, He sees you. That is how precious you are. He said to you that you are the apple of His eyes. If you know how we protect our eyes, once anything is about to enter our eyes, our eyelashes clamp shut because He's trying to protect our eyes. See, nothing can even touch our eyes easily, not to talk of to touch the apple of our eyes. That tells you that you are so precious and you are so important to God. So always remind yourself who you are. When life's challenges come blowing at you, when the troubles of life come knocking at your door, when people reject you, people look down on you, people forsake you, and people make you feel so low, remind yourself of who you are. Remind yourself who your daddy is. Your daddy is the King of Kings. Your daddy is the Lord of Lords. Your daddy is the Ancient of Days. Your daddy is the one who uses the basket to fetch water in order to disappoint the bucket. That is who your daddy is. So remind yourself. Always have this empowering belief system, empowering thoughts, because it will strengthen you, even in the days when you don't know what to do. Because all the self-limiting belief will do for you is that it will keep you making excuses. It will keep you complaining. It will keep you always arguing about whether you are okay or not. It will engage you in negative thinking. It will make you to keep blaming others for your misfortune, blaming others for your lack of advancement, blaming others for the things that are not working in your life. It will make you to procrastinate. Oh, I'm supposed to do this, and oh, tomorrow I'll do it. Next tomorrow I'll do it. Next tomorrow I'll do it. There are many of you, you are very talented. You could write a book, but you haven't written a book because you are still waiting for that inspiration. Years have passed. Time has passed, and if you don't do something very fast about it, you will get to read your book on the bookshelf one day. There are some of you who are very talented in music, but you won't do your song. You keep waiting for that proper time when your voice will not become like Celine Dion's voice, or when your voice will not become like R. Kelly's voice or somebody's voice like that. You keep waiting for when you have that kind of top-notch kind of voice. But how will a muscle get strong if it's not exercised? The only way you see people have six packs and strong abs is because it is consistently exercised. If you want to have that, then begin to work on it. Start writing that your book now. Start writing that your song now. Start that business right now. Whatever it is that you want to set your heart on, start it right now. Get that job now. Whatever it is, do it now. Because time is not waiting for you. Time is of the essence. And with each passing day, you are getting older. That's why you can't keep wasting time, right? That's why you can't keep telling yourself that you cannot do it. See, your empowering self will tell you, I can do it. Your empowering self will tell you, I am enough. Your empowering self will tell you, I am beautiful. Your empowering self will tell you, I am capable. Your empowering self will tell you, I can achieve my dreams. I can achieve my vision. Your empowering self can tell you, I have all that is necessary to become the best version of myself here on earth. Your empowering self will tell you that I am young enough. I'm not too old to run or too young to run. I am capable. I am at the right time in my life. Your capable self, your empowering self will tell you, I am strong enough to handle whatever it is that comes my way. That is why you have to come to that point where you engage your empowering self. You feed your empowering self, because that is how you overcome self-limiting belief systems, because your belief system is you. It is important to challenge the self-limiting belief system so that they do not hinder your growth, they do not hinder your development. This is essential for you to be able to move on in life. You cannot remain stagnant, because stagnant water stinks. You have to advance. You have to move forward. That the God we serve is a God of advancement. He believes in us getting better. Each and every day, you have to tell yourself, I have to do one thing or two things or three things that will take me closer to my vision, that will take me closer to the place that I desire, that will take me to that place where I become all that God has meant me to be. Your self-limiting self is not good for you. Your self-limiting belief system is not good for you. It is not healthy for you. It will not help you to achieve all that God has asked you to do. That is why you have to intentionally build yourself more, because you have to overcome this self-limiting belief system. So quickly, I'd like to share with you just 5 points on how you can overcome these self-limiting belief systems. Number 1, be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. The fact that I'm telling you that you have to overcome your self-limiting belief system does not mean that you should not be honest with yourself. Tell yourself, okay, this is where I am currently. This is where I'm at. Alright? I know how to do this. I don't know how to do this yet. I don't know how to do that yet. Because the way you say it matters. Because your attitude is everything. If you know the altitude you want to achieve in life, you will readjust your attitude to fit it. Let me say that again. If you know the altitude you want to achieve in life, you will readjust your own attitude to fit into it. So that is why you have to be honest with yourself. Tell yourself, okay, this is where I am right now. This is the level I have come to right now. This is the much I know about this right now. I'm going to do more. Because working on your empowering self does not mean you have to ignore or act as if your current self does not exist. Alright, that would be being very fake and being very funny. You have to be honest with yourself. You have to tell yourself, this is where I am now. This is what I know how to do yet. Okay, I may not be very perfect at this, but I am trying. Be honest with yourself. Tell yourself, because when you acknowledge where you are, when you acknowledge your current level, when you acknowledge your current level of expertise, then you'll be able to know what area you need to be able to become the best version of yourself. Number 2 way through which you can overcome your self-limiting belief system is that you have to understand why you have those beliefs. Why do you have those beliefs? Did something happen to you sometime in your life? Was it the loss of a loved one? Did somebody look at you and reject you? Did somebody look down on your ability? Was there a mistake you made that you have held on to, and you believe that because you made that mistake, you will never do well in life? So whatever it is that's creating that kind of belief system, you have to understand it and then crush it. Alright? You have to understand it first, because we are a product of our thoughts. We are a product of our experiences. We are a product of our mindset. And as a man, as a woman, thinks in their heart, so are they. Understand why you have these thoughts, because most of these thoughts generate from real life experiences. Maybe as a child, I remember a particular lady, she as a child growing up, she was rejected by many foster homes. She was an orphan in an orphanage, but other children would be selected into lovely homes, but she was not selected many times until she got older. And when she got older, she had to stay on her own. Now, finding love was so difficult and so traumatic for her, because she felt that anyone who claimed he would love her will eventually reject her. It became a problem in her life. But how did we solve the problem? We had to look at what's the origin, the source of that belief system. And we said, oh, you can't just assume people are going to reject you or leave you because when you were a child, you were rejected. Maybe God has better plans for you. Maybe the experience you passed through was all for good. So it's important that you understand, why do you have this belief system, and then look into them now with a more matured mind, now with more understanding, because you know better, and when you know better, you will certainly do better. Number 3 way through which you overcome these self-limiting beliefs is that you assure yourself that this belief system is not a true reflection of your capability. You assure yourself that this belief system, this current belief system, is not a true reflection of your capability. You are capable for more. You are capable to do more. The God who created you is a great God, and He made you great. He made you in His own image and His likeness. That's why when you look at yourself, you have to see a sage filled with wisdom. You have to see somebody who is capable of much more than this. You have to see somebody who was not just made to survive, but made to thrive here on earth. Assure yourself that this belief system, this current belief system, is not a reflection of your true capability. You are able to do what God has placed in your heart to do. You are capable. You are strong enough. All you have to do is to remind yourself how strong you are. Like I said at the beginning, it is not that the voices will not be there in your head, but you need to develop a stronger voice, a more authentic voice that is able to shut up these little voices that make you limit yourself. You have to speak to yourself. As a matter of fact, nobody will do this for you. People around you, you might be expecting them to help speak to you, but unfortunately in this life is not as easy as we think it is. You have to be strong for your own self. My father told me when I was a little girl, show no weakness, for the world has no pity. The world does not have any pity. You have to be strong for yourself. That is why the one who does the assuring is you. The one who has to be honest with your level is you. The one who has to understand why these things are happening in your life is you. The one who has to make it happen is you. Show no weakness, for the world has no pity. Understand that this is not who you truly are. Gideon was a mighty man of valor, yet Gideon was so scared that he was treading wheat in a wine press. Imagine the upside down arrangement. Where he was treading wheat was in a wine press. Wine press is meant for wine, but why was he treading wheat there? Because he was hiding it from the Midianites. And then the angel of the Lord came to him and said unto him, Gideon, thou mighty man of valor. Gideon was like, who is he referring to? Who could he be talking to? I'm sure that wouldn't be me. Why? Because he was scared. You need to assure yourself that your current reality, your current belief system is not a true reflection of who you are. You are better than this. You are made for more. You are more than enough. And your generation can't wait for your manifestation. They are waiting, and their survival is dependent on you. Their smile is dependent on you. Their happiness is dependent on you. That is why you cannot keep sleeping. That is why you cannot remain where you are. That is why you have to awaken the giant in you, because the time for manifestation is now. Alright, number 4 way through which you can overcome these self-limiting beliefs is that you have to take tangible steps. Take tangible steps to replace the self-limiting beliefs with self-empowering beliefs. Let me say it again. Take tangible steps to replace the self-limiting beliefs with the self-empowering beliefs. You have to look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself you are good, you are beautiful, you are incredible, you are made in God's image and in God's likeness. You are anointed for a time like this. You have been gifted specially by God to do great things here on earth. You are uniquely and wonderfully made. There is something inside of you that is supposed to bless your generation. That there is a treasure inside of you that is supposed to manifest and be a source of blessing to your generation. You have to look at yourself and tell yourself these words. You have to replace every self-limiting belief with a corresponding self-empowering belief. So next time when those tiny little voices in your head tell you that you are not capable, remind them how capable you are. Next time when those tiny little voices tell you your voice is not good, your voice is not sweet, remind them that you are the one who God has anointed to make the songs happen. Next time when those tiny little voices tell you that you are not loaded enough to write this book, remind that devil, remind those tiny little voices that inside of you is a treasure that nations will come to drink from. You have to talk to yourself. Nobody will do this talking for you. Nobody loves you as much as you love yourself. That is the truth. That is why you have to wake up from your sleeping state and become alive and begin to thrive and begin to release and bless your world with your uniqueness. Alright? And finally, on the 5th point on how you can overcome self-limiting beliefs is that you have to act on it. Act on it. Take action. Alright? Step on it. Begin to explore your world. Begin to do whatever God has placed inside your heart. Beyond saying things to yourself, beyond speaking to yourself, you need to act it. Because it is one thing to visualize, it is another thing to personalize, but it's another one to actionalize it. You have to put action. You have to put yourself into a point of action. You have to begin to work it out. You have to begin to take steps begin to do those things that you thought you were never able to do. Because until the legs of the priest entered into Jordan, Jordan could not part. There are some things that will never happen for you until you begin to walk it. So if you think that you can't sing, please get into the studio. You'll be surprised at what God will do with you in that studio. If you think you cannot write, just set out to write chapter 1. And by the time you're done with chapter 1, you look at yourself and say, girl, you got it. Alright, so it is important for you to start. Take action. Begin to do it. Step out. Go for that interview. Alright? Stop telling yourself you're not good enough. Alright? Go to the mirror. Pack your hair well. Apply some makeup and smile to yourself and tell yourself that you are still beautiful, made in God's image and in God's likeness. Alright, so whatever it is that has limited you before, whatever it is that you have experienced limitation in, it is time for you to express yourself. Look at yourself and tell yourself, I am able, I am capable, I am nice enough, I am successful, I am incredible, and I am made in God's image. If God is great, I am great. See, God does not create any small things. If He is called the Almighty God, you cannot be all weak. Let me say that again. If God is called the Almighty God, you cannot be all weak. When He's the Almighty God, you shall become the Almighty man and Almighty woman here on earth, because you are made in His image. You are made in His likeness. You are made to shine forth your light for all the world to see. And when they begin to see your light, they shall glorify your Father who is in heaven. These are the few things I decided to share with you today on Checkpoint. Please do subscribe to our channel. Please do like the videos, comment, and keep sharing, because of all you do, these messages are going further and helping a lot of lives. Alright, until I come your way again, I'd like you to keep making positive, indelible mark in the hearts of people and on the sands of time. Bye. I love you.